Hey everybody, it's Chris and Tony back for another TigerSox review for the Blue Collar Beer Gourmet.
Howdy.
How's everybody doing?
Howdy.
This is a we're gonna deviate so slightly from the norm with the this review and the next one. This is an homage to a Las Vegas brewery that is on its way out. Hate to see a brewery go, especially one that was literally just around the corner from my house. Old School Brewery in Las Vegas is closing their doors on the 15th of November. So what I'm going to recommend to you here in Sin City is go by and grab a growler. They have a special going right now as they're trying to get rid of all the rest of their beer and the rest of their growlers before they close their doors. $7 gets you the growler, the cap. I have yet to see whether this is one of the good caps with the rubber sealant on it or not, but even if it isn't, let's face it, $7 for a growler is a pretty good price. This is a growler full of, this is a growler full of beer. It makes it a hell of a price.
Full, yeah.
And it's actually good beer. So.
And how long do the nice people have to get their butts to
until the
Old School
15th?
To get that product?
15th is the actual closing date.
November 15th.
So if you're in Sin City, run over to Old School Brewing. They're at the corner of DI and Durango in the old Graziano's Pizza spot. I went in there yesterday to go get these beers. I got a couple of them. I spoke to the head brewer yesterday. I said, hey, do you have anything, down the pipeline? He said, very possibly, but for now, everybody there just needed to take a break. Now, I'm not going to go into the specifics. I'm sure a lot of people, and I've read the Yelp reviews, and I've read the reviews on other places. I know that a lot of people in this town had some very strong feelings about Old School, and irrespective of how they ran their business or, of course, some beers were better than others. That's going to be the case with any brewery, but I do think they tried hard. I don't know that they had the best management style, but still, you hate to see a craft brewery close.
And they weren't even here that long.
They didn't make it to their second year anniversary. I was actually checking when I was standing there getting the beers last night. I went back on Instagram to see when I was at their 1 year anniversary party. Our friend Lance and his wife Michelle and another guy went with us to. Went with me to the 1 year anniversary party, and that was just January 30th. So they didn't even make it to their 2 year anniversry.
So this is going to be posted on November 13th. Basically, 2 full days is all anybody's got left.
You've got tomorrow.
2016, in case you watch this.
You got tomorrow
3
and
months
Tuesday.
from now.
Yeah, they close on the 15th, and they did say that the 15th is their last day open. So I'm going to assume that through normal business hours, I think they close at 11 during the week. Right up to 11 p.m., I'm going to assume they're going to be selling beer. So anyway, enough with the rambling, enough with that. We're sorry to see Sin City craft brewery close, but, as I did say, some of their beers are better than others. I've always been a big fan of their porter, the vanilla porter, the Dropout porter. It has an ABV of 4.9 and 20 IBUs.
And I've never, just for the record,
that's true. Yeah, Tony's never had any.
I've never had any of their beers, even though I'm a local, obviously. And
well, the thing about Old School too is they never did bottle, they never did can. So
right,
if you weren't right there in the brewery,
right? And I live clear across town from where they're located. Whereas Chris lives right.
This is the other end of town for Tony.
So I could go any number of places and have beer, and I never heard enough good, positive, overwhelmingly good things about them to say, you know what, I'm going to just go and check it off, check it out and check it off my list. It never happened because I live too far away from where they are and can go somewhere else, and B, I didn't really get any people like, oh my God, you got to get over to Old School.
Yeah, I mean, that was just, and most of the complaints that you'll see about Old School are not about the food or the beer. Yeah. I
was talking to somebody yesterday at Tenaya Creek and about Old School closing, and they said that their biggest complaint was the service. They said the service there is lacking severely, actually. So, but that's what someone else said, not me.
Let's drink beer. Here we go.
Nice and cool. And this is a porter. A nice beer for November.
Okay, it's not one of the good caps. It's one of the standard caps, but still, a standard cap and a growler for $7. That would be a bargain anywhere. But the fact that it's full of good beer too.
There's a lot of beer in here, obviously, so we're not going to. At least I'm not planning on.
No, I mean, we got
drinking
64
all this.
ounces of beer. So.
Yeah, I'm probably good for 12, approximately, maybe 10. Sorry.
It wasn't, honestly, until today that as I was driving over here, it occurred to me, 64 ounces of beer is 4 pints.
Yeah.
So that's what a growler is. It's 4 pints.
Yeah. And I've been known to polish off 4 pints, but I'm not going to do it right now.
Now, the Dropout porter is a vanilla porter. That seems to be a very... seems to be the wave. I've noticed a lot of craft breweries adding a little vanilla to their porter, up to and including Bad Beat had a vanilla blood orange porter, their big baby, part of the limited series. So
the head is very cocoa-y, kind of nutty.
Yeah, definitely smelling nuts. And the head is resilient. It's not overly thick, but it's not going anywhere either.
And I don't know if it'll show up here, but I've got like a serious gathering of carbonation. All just
you got some focusing
on one part of the glass, like all living there like a little happy family.
Right there. Whereas I have an occasional bubble, so I'm going to say this is low carbonation, but
this almost smells sour.
Yeah,
like there's a sourness to it.
Yeah, I can kind of get that too. Like when the raisins start to turn or something. Or when your grapes have been in the refrigerator or the vegetable crisper for a while and they start to take on that bitter smell.
I wonder when they brewed this. I mean, if they had plans on closing, I'm sure they weren't brewing up to the end. I mean, because they're not bottling or canning their stuff. So, but yeah, what you expect from a porter? Cocoa, nuts. But I don't know why I'm getting sourness to it. I mean,
but I do know what you're talking about.
You just clink the glass and
cheers.
Throw some of it back. Cheers, y'all. Well, I know you already like it. You've already said you've experienced it before, and I have not.
I like it because I don't think the vanilla is overpowering, but yet it's still present. So it's not. That's the way the vanilla sometimes goes. Either they add too much of it, and you're basically drinking a vanilla beer, or they don't add enough, and you think, I don't taste any vanilla. But to me, this is just the right amount.
You know what it tastes? I mean, I don't know if it's just in my mind, but I'm almost getting like something like citrus is sitting in here, like maybe an orange had been floating in the glass for a little while or something. I don't know. I don't know why I'm getting that. I'm getting like a citrusy follow-up in the aftertaste.
See, I got the sour smell like you were talking about, but I don't. I'm not getting the citrus.
I don't know.
Now it is. I will say this. I would say it's at least a medium mouthfeel, which is a little more than you'd expect from a porter. There's a slight bit of spikiness.
There is for sure.
Taste.
That's like I said. The smell when we poured it, I detected a sourness. Now I'm kind of thinking more of like a sour candy, like Smarties or something. Like I really don't know what the hell I'm talking about right now. Well, obviously, you get that baking cocoa.
Oh yeah.
You got the vanilla. You got the nuts.
The nuts, yeah. Some pecans in particular is what I'm
getting that. But I don't know what the heck it is. I'm getting a sour, like a hint. Like someone dropped some candy in here, like some sweet tarts or something. It's not doing much for me. I mean, I don't mind porters. I'm not a gigantic porter fan, but I've had so many that I thoroughly enjoyed. This one's a little weird for me. It's almost soapy as well. I know the glass is clean.
The glass is clean, and I watched her clean the growler with nothing but clean water. So
I don't know. Maybe my taste buds are having a bad day. Maybe my taste buds.
Maybe you're getting more taste out of the smell than I am, because like I said, I got the sour aroma, but I'm not getting it on my tongue.
Yeah. Well, this is the time of year, here it is November, where we're going to start, getting more and more of these beers, porters and black lagers and stouts and all that good stuff. Excuse me, coming our way. So, I can't say I would ever order this if they were not going out of business and I visited them. I don't think I would touch this beer again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I have to say, I really think this is a very textbook porter.
Really?
In those, well, in terms of flavor, I think that the flavor is textbook. Lower ABV, 4.9. That's actually kind of low.
That
for a
is
porter.
low for a porter. Yeah.
But vanilla seems to be the newest additive to porters anymore. So in that respect, I'd say it's very much on the money.
I guess, and another thing I'm getting is I'm not getting as much creaminess as I would expect from a porter. I'm getting a little bit more of a watery.
See, that's why I think it's true to the form, because it's not. It doesn't have that creamy. This is, to me, is more like what I think of an English porter. When the English first invented porters, this is what I imagine they tasted like.
Well, like I said, I'm not real at, the style itself is where the problem.
It's true. You're not.
The problem might lie there. I know enough about them, but I'm definitely not going to say, oh, brand A versus brand B versus brand C are your superior porters versus your inferior ones. I just know that I've had so many that I just thought were so much better than this one. I can't give it a high score on Untapped, I'm afraid. Not that they care; they're closing.
It's definitely not a Baltic porter, that's for sure. There's no resemblance to a Baltic porter whatsoever. But I think if you're once again, time is running out. But if you've got tomorrow or Tuesday to make it over there, and you like the old English style porters, I would recommend picking up some of this. Hell, I'd recommend picking up something anyway. I mean, as I know, I sound like a broken record, but it's true. $7 for a growler.
Oh yeah,
that's worth it right there.
And they've got how many styles of beer? There's a B in here right now. I'm sorry.
There's they're down to a few. I want to say like maybe 6 different beers right now. One of which I think is the root beer. So if you're not a beer fan, grab a root beer. Grab $7. Lay down $7. You got some good root beer for a while, and then give your friend a growler. So
true.
True.
So, but we do hate to see him go.
We hate to see him go. You hate to see any craft brewery go, especially when it's not a matter. At least if there's a corporate buyout, somebody's getting rich. In this particular instance, they're not even getting bought out. The building's just being shuttered. So
he said something to you about possibly moving the business to Florida.
Well, no. That was just a scenario I was coming up with yesterday. But I'll put it this: I'll have to look up. I forgot to get his name. But the head brewer at this point is saying he's going to take a break, but he's not saying that he's out of the game. So obviously he's not so embittered that he's just never going to brew again. So I will do my best. Gonna try to do a better job of writing on WordPress anyway. But if I do find out when I get his name and I find out that he's opened up something else somewhere else, I'll be happy to let everybody know. Until then, I think we're kind of
what will you put that on Untapped real quick?
On Untapped. I'm probably going to give this 3.75.
Wow.
Yeah.
You like it much more than me. I'm closer to 2.5, which for me is low.
Yeah.
Is low. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna probably have to just be a little disagreeing on this one today. So.
Yeah.
But it's season 2. Crazy things happen in season 2.
Yep.
Like bees flying around us.
Bees flying around and breweries closing. Yeah. So.
And sound effects.
And the clowns are coming. The clowns are coming.
And it's not the Halloween episode.
And it's not even Clown Shoes beer. So
that's right.
Until next time,
drink good beer.
Drink good beer. Don't break the bank doing it, and do your damnedest to find a brewery that's not closing. So
next step. Yeah.
Cheers. Bye, everybody.
Bye.